Hi everybody, Karen here. Okay, so this video is going to be on newsletters, monthly newsletters. So this was the next most requested in when I asked you guys a bunch of questions what you wanted to train on. So monthly newsletters, so I'll make it fast. So I'm going to tell you what I do, and you can either go with what I do, tweak it up a bit, or do some more research and try your own. So I use a third-party tool which is called MailChimp. So the website is mailchimp.com, chimp as in like a monkey. So mailchimp.com, and the name is brilliant because literally a monkey can do it. I am so tech challenged. And I can totally work this. I do it every week. Okay, so MailChimp.com. So what you're gonna have to do is you're gonna go in, you're gonna play around. There's not many tabs, it's not that confusing. Go in, familiarize yourself with the tabs. It is free. There is a charge, I believe, once you enter in over 2,000 email contacts, then I believe you have to move to a monthly subscription. I've had it for, I don't know, maybe a year, almost a year and a half maybe, and mine is still free. I have about almost 700 contacts, I believe, in there. So it's still free, so good. So you're gonna have to go in, so play with it. You're gonna have to import your contacts. So there's a spot where if you have them all in an Excel spreadsheet, I believe you can literally, as a button, you can just import them in. Do I know how to do that? No. I don't. I'm tech challenged. So what I did was I took one full day back over a year ago whenever I started it, and I had all my names on an Excel spreadsheet, their name and their email address. So I literally one by one added in their name, their email address, click submit, did it again. I still do that to this day every month. Or at the beginning of every month. So the first of every month, I know that I have to add my customers from the previous month into my MailChimp. So I go in, add their name, their email, blah, blah, blah. So that's how I do it. I'm old school. So once your contacts are all in there, then the next thing you're going to do is you're going to want to create a template, or yeah, I guess it's called a template. So, there's a bunch of different formats and templates on what you can choose. I don't choose mine to look like a normal newsletter. Like a normal newsletter is, it's got a graphic up here, graphic down here. It's got a few paragraphs where you can put everything in, and then the end, you'll see that it's laid out like an actual newsletter. I don't do that. I think I used one near the very end when you go and look at the templates, and it literally just has mine has a graphic up here. So it's a picture of me, a professional picture, just sitting at my desk, sitting there. And then underneath is my, whatever I want to say, right? It's going to be my blurb. And then I have another picture space underneath, and that is usually whatever I'm talking about in my blurb. It has to do with obviously makeup or a hair tip or fashion or something. That's where I add the picture, and then that's pretty much it. It's very, very simple. Do not overcomplicate it. I know many have tried it and it's just too confusing. You're probably just overthinking it. So turn it off, try another template or a format or whatever they're calling it, and try again. It's very, very simple. And what I do is I just use the same template every single month or every single letter. So every single email that goes out, everything stays the same, other than I go in and I just edit the blurb and I edit the bottom picture. And that's it. I edit the wording, and everything else stays the same. So I go in and I just edit the template and send it to everybody. Sorry, I'm sick. So that is, that's that. So then the next step is, how often do you send it? So I send mine every 10 days. I send mine on the 1st, I send mine on the 10th, and I send mine on the 20th. And then I go back to the 1st, the 10th, and the 20th. So I started out sending it every week. I think I sent it every Thursday. Thursdays were good because Thursdays and Fridays are usually paydays. So I started sending it 4 times a week, and I found that you can see when people read, you can see how many people opened it, how many clicked it, how many people unsubscribed. It's amazing for reports. So you can really figure out, is this campaign working, or, should I change it and stuff. So I found that not too many people were opening it. So I think that it was too much for them. So I cut it down to 3 times a month. And I figured every 10 days, for me, getting an email every 10 days is perfect. I can't stand it when I get an email once a week or twice a week. I don't even read them. I just automatically delete them without even opening them. So you don't want that to happen to your customers. So try a schedule that works for you. You know your audience better. So whatever works for you, works for you. The 10 days, every 10 days works for me. And then special months, sometimes I'll send out an extra if we have something special, or if there's something that I want to talk about, then I will send it out. So like last night, today is the 8th. So I sent one on the 1st, and the 1st was a recruiting, something to do with recruiting. So I sent that out. And then the 10th was going to be about the kudos. But since we have so many ideas with the kudos, how we can mix and match, like how we're offering the kudos this month, instead of saying, you know, spend $60 and receive an eyelash curler, you're saying, I don't know, I already have this because I'm doing a video, you know, our touch and our, you know, I'm going to do a video, and then I'm going to say our cream shadow and our brush get you a free eyelash curler for the month, or something like that, right? So I did my, I sent a MailChimp out yesterday, and I'm going to send out another one probably in another 5 days, just because of our kudos, because it's so cool and I can mix it up, right? If that makes sense. And I got a couple orders. I woke up last night or this morning, and I had a few people that decided to go for it, and now they got their eyelash curlers. So that worked. So usually my schedule is, I usually try and do one recruiting, but not recruiting. You know what I mean? Like, then another one is usually about the kudos. If the kudos is good, I'll do one about the kudos. And then the third one is usually some kind of tip or trick. One is usually a video, minimum one is a video, and then the rest are words and pictures. So you just have to mix it up with the subjects. We have tons and tons and tons of subjects to talk about. You just need to figure it out. And what I do is on the 1st of the month is I write out on a piece of paper, and I plan what my schedule is for that whole month. So I know on the 1st that I am going to talk about recruiting. I know on the 10th of this month, our kudos was good, so I'm going to talk about the kudos. And then on the 20th, whatever I've decided to talk about, I'm going to already put there. So I usually do my, I usually do them prior to me sending them out. Like, they're already done days before, which saves me time. So I could do up, if I know ahead of time what I want to talk about, I'll do up 3 newsletters for the 1st, the 10th, and the 20th, and I just schedule them. Takes me no time to do them up because I'm using the same template. I'm just changing the words and the pictures or adding a video. And and you can schedule it. So I schedule it all the time. So I know that on the 10th, I'm not like, oh, shoot, what am I going to talk about? And then, you know, and then I get behind and then I never do it. So usually in my calendar, it will be the 6th or 7th of the month. And in my day planner, I actually have in there on, say on the 7th, MailChimp due for the 10th. That means I have to, no matter what, before the 7th, I have to have my MailChimp done for the 10th, and then I just schedule it. It's super easy to schedule. It's literally just step by step. You just go step by step. So MailChimp.com is what I use. There's other tools out there. I think there's Constant Contact or something that you can use. I've used it before in my mortgage business, and it was too complicated for me back then. I don't know if it's changed. I had to pay for it. MailChimp is free. I love it. It's super easy. So yeah, so that is how I do my newsletter. So if you have any questions, comment below so everybody can see and we'll discuss it. So thank you very much. Keep the ideas coming and talk to you later. Bye.